Good evening, all dignitaries, guests, and delegates. With great joy and immense exultation, I feel privileged to extend my warm welcome to all present here for National Conference Samsiddhi 2020, conducted by Ayurveda College, Coimbatore, and powered by Diksha e-Learning. Let's start this session with prayer. Namami Manvandarim Adidevam सुरासुरैर्वन्दित पादपद्मम् लोके जरारुग्मय मृत्युनाशम् दादारमीशं विविधौषधीना. Now I invite Dr. Sudhir Raj N, Principal, Ayurveda College, Coimbatore, to greet the gathering.
A very good evening to all. Welcome to our national webinar series Samsiddhi 2020 conducted by Ayurveda College Coimbatore and powered by Diksha e-Learning. I thank all the participants and today's faculties for taking time out and being here today. Samsiddhi series started in the year 2016 and conducted it for 2 years, and now as a continuation we are conducting national webinar conference which includes different topics from all the branches of Ayurveda and will extend up to 9th of August 2020. As the word Samsiddhi indicates perfection or success, we, the Samsiddhi team, working hard to achieve the goal. For the successful conduction of this series, your suggestions and comments are valuable. Today, on the 5th session of Samsiddhi 2020, we have Dr. Raghavendra Udupa, Professor, Department of Samhita Siddhanta, Yenapaya Ayurveda Medical College, Mangalore, will be talking on the topic clinical aspects of Shadvida Upakrama, and Dr. Alapati Vinod Kumar, HOD, Associate Professor, Department of Rachana Sharira, Rajiv Gandhi Ayurveda Medical College, Mahi, will be talking on the topic core perception of Sadhya Pranahara Marma in contemporary period. With immense pleasure and gratitude, I welcome both the faculties on behalf of the all Samsiddhi team. I welcome all the participants from all over India and abroad who join with us today. My special thanks to all the faculties and students who had worked hard as a team for making this event a grand success. Thank you very much.
Before starting this session, I'd like to go through few of the basic instructions to be followed throughout the session. For uninterrupted class session, use laptop with high-speed internet connection. Please make sure your microphone is on mute to have a disturbance-free session. In case of any disruption, please check your internet connection firstly, and if the problem is within our network connection, kindly raise the issue in the chat box. Filling your full name to be displayed is appreciated. Any question can be raised in the link provided in the chat box. Questions raised in the link will be cleared at the end of the session. Moving on, next, I'd like to invite Dr. Sri Vidya Subramanian, Professor, Department of Samhita and Siddhanta, Ayurveda College, Coimbatore, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Ma'am, you may start, ma'am.
Just check for any problem in the network. Hello. Hello, Srividya madam. Hello.
Sir, she'll come soon, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible, ma'am.
Okay. Very good evening to all of you. I'm sorry for the interruption. I extend my warm greetings to everybody who has assembled for this national conference, Samsiddhi, powered with Diksha e-learning. At the outset, I extend my warm greetings to our principal, Dr. N. Sudhiraj, who is a source of inspiration for all of us, for all the events to commence in the following days. And also, it is a great blessing for me to welcome Dr. Raghavendra Udupa, the key speaker for this session, for his speech entitled Clinical Aspects of Shadvida Upakrama. My warm greetings to you, sir. And also I extend my humble greetings to all the faculty members of our college, to all the students and all the registered delegates for this session. It is a great pleasure for me that this session is organized on behalf of our department of Samhita Siddhanta. The topic of this present session is of great practical importance in this era of pandemic, because as Charaka rightly says that doshanam bahu samsargat samkriyante hi upakramaha shatvam tu nati vartante tritvam vatadayo yatha. So be it any disease for that matter, if the lock of any disease has to be dismantled, the key is with the Shadvida Upakramas only. If, as is going to be mentioned and detailed discussion will be presented by Dr. Raghavendra Udupaji, we will get to know how to unlock any disease for that matter, and thus be very successful in treating any sadhya vyadhi. So I'm very thankful to our principal and for giving me this opportunity to join this webinar, and I hope we will all enjoy this session very much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It's a great pleasure for me to introduce our guest speaker, Dr. Raghavendra Udupa, Professor and HOD of Department of Samhita and Siddhanta, Enepoya Ayurveda Medical College Hospital, Mangaluru. Sir studied BAMS in SDM College of Ayurveda, Udupi. He completed post-graduation MD Ayurveda in the Department of Samhita and Siddhanta, Government Ayurveda College, Trivandrum. He has been awarded as Best Personality of Ayurveda by Prakriti Ayurveda, Pradhisthana, Mysore. Sir has a teaching experience of 13 years for undergraduate students and 8 years of teaching experience for postgraduate. He is one among the editorial board of Sachitra Charaka Samhita Part 1, published by Munial Ayurveda. He is author of 2 books, Kesha Saundarya and Yoga and Management of Obesity in Ayurveda. We are very proud to have you here today on this session, sir. So now, without any further ado, we will turn the time over to respected Dr. Raghavendra Udupa, sir, to enlighten our minds with his knowledge. Over to you, sir.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. You're audible, sir.
Yeah. Like, will you share the PowerPoints?
So you'll have to do it yourself, sir.
Myself. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I'll do it. Yeah. Just a minute. So we'll start the topic, the clinical aspects of Shadvida Upakrama. Is it visible now?
Not it, sir.
Not it. Okay. Just a minute. So we'll start the
Yes, sir.
topic.
It's visible, sir.
Visible. Okay. I have to make it large.
Yes, sir. Slideshow mode, sir.
Slideshow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. The clinical aspects of Shadvida Upakrama. The title it's given intentionally because the topic which we say that Shadvida Upakrama we study in the first year BMS, or when we study Charaka Samhita part first in the second year BAMS, we study there are 6 Upakramas. The word meaning of Upakrama is the beginning of treatment, or it is like the treatment plan. If you see the Sanskrit dictionaries, the word meaning of Upakrama is beginning of anything. That is called Upakrama. So be adopted of the author to explain in the text. So that's why he has mentioned only 6 Upakramas. And when we come to the third year of third BMS, we fail to understand the relation between the Shadvida Upakrama and the Chikitsa and Chikitsa Sutra of individual disorders. That means we are not able to perceive the interrelation between the topic what we have studied in the second year and the topics we are studying in third year. So here I am going to tell something, some idea about how to understand this Shadvida Upakrama as a part of treatment, starting from the first year syllabus till the final year syllabus. So we'll move on to the first slide. As Madam has rightly said, it is the Doshanam Bahusamsargat Sankiryate Vatadayu Tritvam Na Ativartate. Though there is permutation and combination of 3 dosha, it is innumerable in number, that is Mishratam Yanti, but they are not going out beyond number 3, that is Vatadayu Tritvam Na Ativartate. There is no crossing of Vata, Pitta and Kapha more than 3. So that is Vatadayu Tritvam Na Ativartate. So it is limited to only 3. Similarly, Upakramaha, the treatments or the treatment planning in the beginning, it is Shatvam Na Ativartate. Only the 6th line of treatment or 6th treatment plan, it is explained in the text. And if you see same chapter, Langhana Brahmaniya Adhyaya of Charaka Samhita, in today's talk, I talk major portion, it is from Charaka Samhita, 22nd chapter, Sutrasthana. Here, the 42nd shloka, it says, Iti Shat Upakramaha Proktaha. In this way, 6 treatment planning, it is told. Pra Uktaha, Prakarshena Uktaha. It is elaborately explained. And what is explained? It is Sarvaroganam Sadhane. The sadhana is the synonym of Chikitsa. So Chikitsa of all disorders, it is told here. And the Sadhyanam Roganam, the Sadhya Roga treatment is explained here. And the word Siddha is explained. Siddha means it is already tested. The Siddha means the proven thing. So these Shat Upakrama, it is already proved and it is time tested, and that is explained here. And you have to utilize the 6 treatments, that is Shat Upakrama and Matra, Kala, Anurodhinaha. You have to consider the Matra and the time factor along with the Shat Upakrama. And this is like a summary of Shadvida Upakrama. And the explanation is given in the previous shlokas. that we will going to see. And as all of you know, Shat Upakrama means they are 6 in number, and if you group them in 2 groups, we can group it as Langhana Brahmana as a first pair, Rukshana and Snehana as second pair, and Svedana and Stambana as third pair. If you see the left hand side, the Langhana, Rukshana and Svedana, they are of Agni Guna Pradhana, or what we call Agni Tattva, whereas Brahmana, Snehana and Stambana, they are representing the Saumya Tattva or Soma Tattva. What Sushruta says, Agni Somiyatva Jagataha. The entire universe is based on Agni Tattva and Saumya Tattva or Soma Tattva. Here also, Langhana, Rukshana, Svedana, they represent Agni Tattva, and Brahmana, Snehana and Stambana, they represent Saumya Tattva or Soma Tattva. So we have to keep it in this mind. And when coming to the definition of all these 6 upakramas, it is explained in the same chapter in shloka number 10 and 12. I have not written everything about the shloka, only the important karma of Shat Upakrama, it is explained here. Langhana, it is responsible for. Yeah.
Sorry for the interruption, sir. Sir, could you
Yeah.
please make your slide a full screen, sir? The slideshow mode, sir.
Yeah, it's slideshow mode only.
But your slide is, your screen is stuck, sir.
Just a minute. Now
Could
it's
you
moving.
please? No, sir.
Just a minute. Now it's coming.
Yes, sir. Sir, could you please make it in slideshow mode, sir?
No, I will monitor. Otherwise, no, it will go. So, is it okay if I monitor like this?
Sir, at the bottom, you'll be having a symbol for slideshow, sir.
Just a minute.
Yes, sir. Next to that, sir.
Just one. Yeah, just a minute.
Yes, sir.
Is it
Yes, sir.
coming?
Next one, sir. Next icon, sir.
Yeah, next icon is not going. That's the problem. Just a minute. I'll
Okay,
see.
sir.
I'll check
If
it.
not at the top, at the taskbar, we have slideshow, sir. You can even press that.
Yeah,
sir.
okay. I'll check it.
Yeah.
Just a minute. Yeah, just a minute. Yeah. Slide. Okay.
Slideshow. Yeah, that's one, sir.
Yeah, slideshow. Yeah.
Yes, sir. From the current slide, sir.
Yeah, just a minute. Now it's coming. Is it
Not
moving?
it, sir. Not it, sir. Yeah, from current slide, sir. On
Yeah.
the left, sir.
Left. Okay. This is slideshow. Yeah. Is it moving now?
Sir, if not on the yellow color, sir, we have like enable editing, sir. Can you press that, sir?
Enable editing. Yeah, okay. That I'll do.
Yes, sir. And now you can put it in slideshow mode, sir.
Yeah, I'll do it. Now it's clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's clear now, sir.
Okay.
You may continue, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So we'll continue the definition of Langhana, Brahmana and remaining Upakramas. Langhana, it is responsible for lightness of the body, where there is reduction in the body mass. Brahmana, it is quite opposite to that. That is Sharirasya Brahatvam. It will make the body large, or the mass of the body will be increased. So these are quite opposite in nature. The karma of Langhana and Brahmana are opposite. And third Upakrama is Rukshana, that is Rauksham Kuryat, one which increases Ruksha Guna in the body. And the fourth Upakrama is Snehana, that is Sneha Karakam. Here also the Rukshana and Snehana are opposite in action. The Ruksha Guna, it is opposite to Snigdha Guna. The fifth one is responsible for increasing sweating in the body, whereas Stambhana, it is quite opposite to that. With the help of Shita Guna, it is responsible for stopping the movement. That is Chalam Gatimantam Stambhayati. So here there are two Kriya Padas. One is Chala and Gatimantam. So Chala means it is the slight movement, whereas Gati means it is increased or excess movement. So whatever the bodily factors which are moving, if it is stopped, then that is called Stambhana. These are the Shat Upakrama Karmas, or what we call the functions of Shatvidha Upakrama. And if you see the gunas of these Upakramas, you can see it is explained in 12th shloka to, same chapter, 12th to 17th shloka. And I have grouped into three groups, as I said earlier. Langhana Brahmana in one group, Rukshana and Snehana in the second group. Third one is Sweta and Stambhana as third. And according to Charaka Samhita, in some other context, it is explained out of 20 gunas, 6 gunas are very important. Those are Guru, Laghu, Shita, Ushna and Snigdha, Ruksha. Based on that, these Shed Upakramas are explained. In Langhana Upakrama, if you see the order of the gunas explained there, you just go through the shloka. I'm not telling the shlokas in detail. The order of the gunas, it is Laghu Guna, Ushna Guna and Ruksha Guna. It is explained in this order. And the first Guna, it is Laghu Guna. So that's why Langhanam Laghavaya. The Laghu Guna will be increased. That's why it is called Langhana. And if you come to the Brahmana, the order of the gunas, it is quite opposite to the gunas explained in Langhana. Instead of Laghu, Guru Guna is explained. Instead of Ushna, Shita Guna is explained. And instead of Ruksha Guna, Snigdha Guna is explained. Same order is followed. And second group, Rukshana and Snehana, the order of the gunas, there are some other gunas in between. I have not taken those gunas. Only 6 gunas are taken here. Ruksha, Laghu and Ushna Guna is the order. If you see the gunas of Rukshana and Langhana, all the gunas are similar. 3 gunas are similar. Langhana has Laghu, Ushna, Ruksha, whereas Rukshana has Ruksha, Laghu, Ushna. There is no difference in gunas, but if you see the order, Langhana Guna, the first Guna is Laghu, and in Rukshana, Ruksha Guna is first. So that's why Rukshana is responsible for Raukshakara, Langhana is for Laghavakara. It is based on Padartha Vijnana, what we have studied in the first year. And the Snehana, it is having exactly opposite to the Rukshana Guna. The order is explained similar to the Rukshana, that is Snigdha, Guru, Shita is explained. If you see the Guna opposite qualities, Rukshana and Snehana are having opposite qualities. That's why simultaneously you cannot administer Rukshana Upakrama and Snehana Upakrama together. Either you have to do Rukshana, do Sneha, and it is applicable for the first and third group also. Then third group is Svedana and Stambhana, and here the typical nature of Svedana Guna, the first Guna is Ushna, as that's why it is doing Svedana or sweating, and Snigdha or Ruksha Guna is mentioned, or both Gunas are explained. Snigdha Guna and Ruksha Guna is explained in this shloka. You just go through the shloka. The reason is, in Svedana, there are two types of Sweda, Snigdha Sweda and Ruksha Sweda. That's why, depending upon the Svedana which you are administering, it is having Snigdha Guna or Ruksha Guna. That's why both Snigdha and Ruksha Gunas are explained. Then third Guna is Guru. And the order of Stambhana, it is opposite to Svedana. That is, instead of Ushna, Shita Guna is explained. And instead of Snigdha Guna, Ruksha Guna is explained. And instead of Guru Guna, Laghu Guna is explained. So this is based on the Vimshati Gunas, what we have studied in the Padartha Vijnana. Out of 20 Gunas, the 6 Gunas are taken. And if you see the list, Langhana, it is having Laghu Guna Pradhana, Brahmana, it is having Guru Guna Pradhana, Rukshana, it is responsive, and Ruksha Guna is important. And in Snehana, Snigdha Guna is important. And in Svedana, Ushna Guna is important. In Stambhana, Shita Guna is important. That is the first Guna. Usually, it is considered as the important Guna. For example, if you see Chandra Prabhavati, the first drug is Chandra Prabha. Why it is mentioned Chandra Prabha as first drug is, it is an important drug. That's why it is mentioned first. Similarly, in the Upakramas also, if you see the Guna relation between Upakrama, here the Gunas which are important are listed at the beginning. And if you see why it is so, it is based on the Vidhana Tantra Yukti. Tantra Yukti, it is some of the keys to understand the text. Vidhana Tantra Yukti is Sutrakarasya Vidhaya Varnayati. So there is a order given by Sutrakara, or a person who is writing text. He has some intention to write, and accordingly the Gunas are placed in the particular order, and it is explained. Like here what I explained earlier, Langhana, the order of the Gunas, it is Laghu Ushna Ruksha, whereas Brahmana, it is Guru Shita Snigdha. And in every explanation of Charaka Samhita, you will have some methodology on the order of some particular points. And if you remember that, you will never forget how to write in the examination. But unfortunately, the students will write the examination without following the order. So here, order in Shadvida Upakrama is the 3 Gunas are listed in an order, and that order is important because that decides the action of that particular Upakrama. So here, the Shadvida Upakrama Karma, it is explained, that is Langhanam Laghavaya, Brahmanam Brahatvam Janayati, and all these are explained in the previous shloka. And the 3 Gunas for each Upakrama, it is explained.